Hello everyone out in internet land, it's Mike Dropweight Daddy Cook coming with you with a little DIY project here. You've probably seen it a few times on my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube's. One of the things here is I use, as you can see here, foam mat here. It's a great spongy, protect the wood floor here. The hardwood floor, you don't want to damage the wood. Anyway, I got a 2x8 here. As you can see, 2x let me a little angle here to show it. But 2x8 foam on bottom, some black tape. But when it comes great for, as you can see here, take a eye bolt. I recommend putting a nut on the top, nut washer, and underneath. Let's see how well it shows up. Nut washer underneath there too. Notice under the pad. Okay, now as you can see here, make that on both ends. You can see eye bolt, nut washer, washer under the nut. I know we better clarify that here. There's going to be somebody may get that mixed up. But eye bolts, bolt that rascal in there. Bolt it tight. You want it. You can even use lock washers on there. Anything, safety always first. Take you a good, this right here is a nylon rope, very strong tow rating, about 800 pounds. There's no way in the world I won't be able to pick up 800 pounds, but that is what I would use here. Put it through the eye bolt. I wrap some black tape around here, and a strip of a pool noodle in here just to fatten it up a little bit more, because as you can see, we want to protect the sheathing. This is another one. One friend of mine, great fella, is one of his resistant bands, you know, Ron Williams, and Iron Chess Master, invented as a chess master. He's also Mr. Natural Mr. Universe several times, and Natural Bodybuilder of the Decade, one of my mentors. But again, this is what I would recommend. Another black tape. All the stuff I've had already here at home, and this is what I would use. Run, as you can see here, take your resistant bands. I like the ones with the sleeves. I have not had one snap and hit me yet, thank God, the grace of God. Don't want to have that hit me, but see how it protects your bands. Okay, just the physics of it. The wider diameter here, the less it's going to damage the band. Think about it, if something very narrow like a knife, it's just cutting your band. So you want to prolong it, you want it to be safe. This, if you want to, depends on how short or how long your band is. Again, eye bolt, nut, washer, nut on both sides, underneath and on top. Washer, nut, washer, nut. Remember that. Safety. But we get that good and snuggle back and forth, let it sandwich. Have the nut coming up, the other one going down, sandwich that, pinch it together for a good solid grip. Then you're good for setting your feet on it. Don't have to use a 2x8. I use the 2x8 because you can see here my feet are enormous. I wear a size 16 shoe, so use that on here. You can step on it as so. Doing your curls, great. Don't have to step on your bands. Don't have to get, if your shoes are not the cleanest, you don't end up getting your bands dirty. You also you have a good solid grip here. You don't have to step on the band unless you're wanting to. If you're going outside, you know, your bands here, you get in the dirt or on the asphalt, they get dirty. Step on this one, you avoid getting your bands dirty. Again, you want to take care of your bands, take care of your goods, take care of your home when you get this inside, especially if you've got hardwood floor like my wife and I do. We were blessed with being able to get that. And as you can see here, give you a good I did not measure this one here. Again, it's a board I already had. So you can give you a size 16 shoes, approximately 15 inches. So you got 15 inches. 15 inches, so you're looking at about 30 feet. If there's correction, not 30 feet, my feet aren't that big, 30 inches. But again, this is just a little DIY. Use your black tape, good, solid. I doubled the rope here, again, just for safety. If I'm using it through each one of these single strand here. 800-pound towing capacity on each one of these. So I'm not going to be pulling 800 pounds on that. I'm not going to be pulling 800 pounds on this. But for even a safety factor even further, this is doubled. So we're talking 800 pounds and another 800 pounds. There's no way I'll be able to pick that thing up. I mean, if I was Superman myself, I'd be able to. It'd be hard to get that. This again holds great. You want a good, solid, construction grade eye bolts. Again, because of safety, construction grade. And I'm going to say it again. I know I sound like a broken record. Nut and washer on both sides, underneath and on top. Do not just have it here. You want it here too, for safety. Safety. Keep that from wiggling as much. You don't want it to wiggle. You want the whole board to turn before it turns. You want that solid here too, solid. But it works great. I got my 60-pound resistant bands here on this. I know Pastor Ron carries some up to 75, I think is his max he's got right now, that he's selling at Ron Williams Champion on his site, or the Iron Chest Master. You can look over those. Great quality. I'll give him a shout out here on that. Great quality. You can see how thick. That is, and the sheath itself. That is some tough sheathing on there. That is great stuff. And you can see the connection of it. Yep. And no, I'm not being endorsed in any form on this. Again, this is just a DIY, and not much for endorsing too many people, but I would endorse Pastor Ron. The guy's a God-fearing man. He's a Christian man. He loves Jesus. Says, I have no problem endorsing his stuff. I endorse his products. I've used them. His resistant bands, great work. And the man knows his craft. Obviously, he's been doing it for well over 30 years. Well, I hope this DIY can help you make one yourself. Again, this is a 2x8, 2 inches thick. I got about an inch mat underneath there to protect it. You can see how that goes. I'll put some black tape on it for no splinters, to the absolute minimum. Any questions, put in the comments. I'll try to answer them. And enjoy your training. God bless you all.